So hello guys, and today welcome back to another video. Now in today's video I'm going to be talking about, as you can see from the title, VOD reviewing your arena games. Now VOD reviewing arena games is very important. It allows you to firstly notice your mistakes that you might not notice in game, learn what you did wrong, and then fix them. It is very important. Now VOD reviewing games, I would use the replay client in Fortnite. This is the best way to VOD review in my opinion, since you can firstly see your POV, your opponent's POV, and you can move the camera freely to see any other POV you want. But without further ado, let's get right into it on how to VOD review your own arena games. When reviewing early game fights, I see a lot of people just saying, "Oh, I got bad loot, this is an unlucky game, let's move on to the next game, there's nothing to VOD review here." That is the wrong mindset in my opinion. Fortnite is a luck-based game. If you get unlucky, that is part of the game. You gotta learn how to beat someone even if you're unlucky. This could mean learning how to disengage. So if you hear your opponent popping shields or getting a really good gun like a Spaz, how could you disengage from the fight? Could you go to the left? Could you dig out from the side? Could you slowly crawl out? Maybe you want to pause the replay mode, go into free view of the camera, and just rotate the camera and see how could I have rotated out. Because chances are you probably land the same spot every single game. So if you're going to land the same spot every game, there's probably a route that you can escape from that works 99% of the time. Another thing is, if your opponent has a shotgun, maybe like a pump shotgun, it's always staying tiles away, using your AR and SMG, because you don't want to be in a fight where you have like a makeshift shotgun and your opponent has a Spaz. All these small things you just got to notice in these early game fights. Okay, let's move on to mid game fights. I'm going to talk about how you can utilize the replay system more and how to VOD review all the stuff. So a tip I recommend is that you look from your opponent's POV when you're VOD reviewing your games. By looking things at your opponent's POV, you can see a lot of things you did wrong, like bad peeks, where you were completely visible to the opponent. It is all there to see. Now for the second tip, slow down your VOD. You've got the option to slow it down, so why don't you slow it down? Slow it down to either 0.5 times speed or 0.25 times speed. Again, this allows you to see more mistakes and even more bad peaks and all that stuff. So yeah, learn from those, and just, when you're VOD reviewing, go from your opponent's POV, 0.25 or 0.5. It is really helpful. Another thing to look out for, except for bad peaks, is opportunities you could have got pace control. So if your opponent is sitting in a box and they don't have a ramp or a cone, that means you obviously could have put a cone in there. If your opponent is standing and there is no wall in front of them, you could have put a wall in there. Look for opportunities where you could have pace controlled. That is another tip as well. Now I'm going to show you how to VOD review and normally how I would VOD review my arena games. So let's get right into it. So here's a clip right here. Now let's take a look at this peak right here again. This peak's not bad. I'm not that visible. And obviously if that was full speed, it would look much better. And I'm crouching down very nicely as well. So I reckon that's a decent peak. Right here, not so much. Even though his body is covering it, I think my head is showing right there. So I got to practice a bit more of that as well. Now this peak is absolutely horrendous. Look at how much my body is showing. This, you can only see this because it's slowed down. And right here, that is a horrible peak. My whole body is showing, and that's not good. This point right here, I could have built a cone above him, got that pest control and boxed him, but that's alright. Now, right here, this is a beautiful play. I double ramp over him. He completely falls for it. I sun jump off the side, and I bait him, and he is dead. Look at how his crosshair placement is. I know I've done a good job because I can see where his crosshair is aimed. Let's move on to the next clip. Next clip is when I die, and I played absolutely horrendous here. Now, remember to VOD review clips you die. That is the most important ones. The ones you win, they're pretty good as well. They boost your ego. But the ones you lose, those are the most important ones. Because those are the ones you know you've made a mistake. And how can you fix that mistake to beat your opponent next time if you verse him again? So here's the clip right here. I'm rushing in. Right here, I'm playing it safe. I'm, using safe peaks to take the wall. This bit's alright. But then suddenly I just 50-50 him. Now, when you're VOD reviewing your clips, right? Just think, every single fight you go into, every single, wall taking, right? So there will be multiple encounters in a fight. I think every situation is just a 50-50. It's just a 70-30. And if it's a 50-50, that's a mistake. Say, I will never take that again, and never take it again, okay? Even if you win the 50-50, it just means you got lucky in the 50-50, okay? Don't get cocky. Just acknowledge it's a 50-50 and just never take it again. Now, in the situation right here, long distance pump, everything around him is his. I took the 50-50, I was dumb. Let's look at this from the opponent's POV. Right here, I shove a ramp into his box. This is really nice. And it's really good until here. At this point, the reason I'm dead is because I'm inside his box. What I should have done is I should have stayed 1 or 2 boxes away. I either could have gone for a shot, then instantly built a wall, no return damage. I'm still in this fight. Either that or just fully box up the box, and, you know, just from there you can do really anything. Grill him however you want. That is just, I had a complete advantage there. I ruined that, you know, 70-30 in my favor into a 50-50. That is completely my fault, but I've learned that from VOD reviewing now, so it is all good. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now, I've got so much more to talk about VOD reviewing, but I don't want to make this a 20-minute video and for it to get 4 views. So if you thought this was really cool and you want a part 2, please like the video or upvote on Reddit. If this gets enough, I will make a part 2, but if it doesn't, I won't make a part 2. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment as well, and peace out.